What's up, y'all? Thanks for joining me on this video. So today we're going to be cooking one of my favorite steaks, Cowboy Ribeyes. Now, Cowboy Ribeyes are one of my favorite pieces of meat because they just scream everything that's good about steak. So what Cowboy Ribeyes are bone-in steak, usually, and they're usually a thicker cut of ribeye, and they're a bigger cut of ribeye, and that's what just makes them awesome, and it makes grilling them a little bit different than you would think for other types of steak. So that's what I'm going to walk you through today, how to prepare these things for the grill, and then how we're going to grill them to make sure that you don't overcook them or cook them wrongly. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing you want to do with steaks this thick, especially if they're not frozen, is take them out of the refrigerator for at least an hour, or basically let them come up to room temp within that hour. So for 30 minutes, we're just going to let them sit here, let them come up to room temp, and then the next 30 minutes, we're going to put our rub on them and then get them ready for the grill. Okay, for this grill, it's actually going to take a little bit longer than you would think, because what you want to do, because it's such a thick cut of steak, we're actually going to throw it on the opposite end of the grill and let it cook, and then we will sear it at the end. So if we want to get some, while we're doing that, we want to get some awesome smoky flavor in here. So that's why we're going to be using Cowboy lump charcoal today, and that hickory and that pecan and all these flavors of oak and everything are going to be what we're going to use to make this steak just taste steakhouse awesome for this dinner tonight. Let's do that. Okay, it's been 30 minutes since these things have been sitting at room temperature here, so we'll have about 30 minutes to go before we get them on the grill. So let's start prepping them now. So what we're going to be doing today is just the standard thing I always do. I get a little bit of olive oil, and I just rub it into the surface of the meat here. And the only reason I'm doing this, really, because this meat, look, it has just an awful lot of fat in it. What we're going to be doing today is using the olive oil to help my spice here stick to the meat. So here we go. Now it's up to you. Some people like just doing salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic on theirs. Some people like doing rosemary. I'm trying out a new rub today. I'm going to see if it tastes good or not before I recommend it to you guys. But it's smelling awesome right now, so I think it's going to impart a really good flavor to the steak. Let's get it rubbed in there. Let's do the other one as well. Gotta love living in a good neighborhood. If you don't hear sounds in the neighborhood, that means it's not an active one. Let's get all the olive oil here into the crevices and everything. Just let it do its thing. Okay, get some more. Rub it in there. There we go. Let's flip them over. Hey, you guys might be wondering why I have a sirloin here. One of the reasons I do is because some members of the family prefer a little bit more of a lean steak, and sirloin is about as good as it gets if you just want pure protein and not a lot of fat flavor. So I'm not going to argue with them. I actually enjoy sirloin most of the time when I have steak. But You know, on special occasions such as this, it's just nice to be able to celebrate with a big thick cut of ribeye to make it known that it's just a special occasion. The dogs are going to be happy that they have a little bit of a bone waiting for them at the end of the night after this meal. They always seem to know when I bring a bone home that's attached to a T-bone or to a ribeye, and then they'll just stare at me for the rest of the night. It's like Hank the Cow Dog going from dry co-op dog food to getting filet mignon, because that's basically all they get. Okay, so we're gonna let these rest for another 30 minutes to come right up to room temp to make them cook, and during that time, let's get the grill ready. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is putting these on the grill, but we're not going to be searing them first. We're going to be searing them last. What we want to do is do indirect heat for 10 to 15, 20 minutes. It really depends. But by the time these things get up to about 85, we'll give them a flip, do it again, and then once they get up to 125, that's when we'll throw them onto the thing and do the sear. So let's let these things get rest, this grill get up to temperature, and we'll go from there. Now what we're going to do here is do a quick sear to get these things just ready to go. So here we go. Let's try and get some good grill marks on there. Doesn't look like we're getting good grill marks that time. It doesn't matter. Let's see if we can just sear this thing and make sure it looks good for final dinner. Not a lot of grill marks tonight, but that is okay. Let's get this other one on here. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so now we're just gonna let these steaks rest for about 10 minutes and then we'll get them into the family to eat tonight. Okay, it's been 10 minutes since we've let this steak rest, so let's see just how well it came off the grill. Oh yeah, it's tasting perfect. Perfect medium. Got a really good crust off that from searing it. Oh man, guys, this is good. So, yeah, this is really good. So, you guys have a good one. Take it easy, and I'll talk to you next time. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.